like this. On top, small window for lighting air. And that's one as well. But the one in here was time for the bit of fresh air only. So it means it's just as pitch dark as the air conditioner. And the reason why the two is put together. Whoever is not in here could still listen to everything happening inside the torture chamber. Makes sense, right? 3. Flooring, not original. It used to be a clay floor with peach pits or seeds stuck inside the clay with straw that we cover the floor and the desk there. That is where the clerk sat. His job to record down every single thing that happened.
So the clerk recorded every act of torture that was exacted upon the body of the captive.
110%.
This is where the clerk recorded the violence being committed against those who were deemed criminal at the Cape of Good Hope Castle. Extraordinary.
One of the biggest
Wicked.
crime, and they were called practicing their own religion crime. Because back then, the only religion they were allowed to practice was Dutch reform. Okay? And that was the exact reason why. I'm not sure if we all know where some of the slaves were imported from. Madagascar, Mozambique, Angola, Sri Lanka, Ceylon, Indonesia. So, one of the some of the prisoners actually that was brought to the Cape was people who, according to them, defied the Dutch Reformed Church. So that is why these people were brought here as enslaved people. But along with that, the political prisoners were also the Islamic religion. So by doing that, they also brought the Islamic tradition to the Cape. However, these people also had to be practicing their religion in secrecy. It was only 1795 when the British arrived, all religions could have been practiced. Right? Now, whether it was religion, stealing, refusing to work, whoever done injustice to the business, they would be severely dealt with. Right? Now we know there were different methods of torture, right? But I'll only mention what we see in the room. Number 1. So this module here, it's a new module, much bigger, and it's called Cat O 9 Tails, right?
Cat O 9 Tails.
Each end of the threads, sharp metal hooks. 120. See the hook above us? The hands are taken. Tie behind the backs. Tie up the feet, hook them upside down, pull them up, and tie them on sitting there, right? Making them watch how they torture the other person. And it means not punishment for your crime. That was not even a punishment for the crime.
These are the stocks at the Cape of Good Hope. I'm here in the torture room at the Cape of Good Hope Castle, completed in 1695, as our tour guide has explained, by the Dutch. The objective that the Dutch had in part was to exact confessions from people who had been accused of crimes. But what was considered a crime varied. One could be accused of a crime because they had not performed their duties properly as a guard. If one practiced any religion other than Dutch Reformed religion, including Islam, or placed in the stocks. Dr. Petway from Cape Town, South Africa, the Cape Town Lectures. May they rest in peace. Ashe.